Hello and welcome to this special edition of the Ambrosian Wellbeing podcast. As we commemorate the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, we are honored to share a story that reflects courage, adaptability, and the strength of the human spirit. Our guest today is Mr. Mandeep Chhabba, Director of Sale and Marketing at Makers Polyfilms. He has built a strong career as a business leader, known for his drive, versatility, charm, and dynamic approach to work. But one life altering moment reshaped his journey entirely, challenging him in ways he could have never ever imagined. Today, he joins us to talk about resilience, rebuilding, and what it truly means to navigate life and work after such a profound setback. Welcome, Mandeep, to our show.
Thank you, ma'am. Michelle. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So, Mandeep,
My pleasure.
recovery from a brain hemorrhage is not just physical. All of us, can relate to it. It's emotional, mental, and deeply personal. To begin with, what would you say was the toughest part of that journey for you?
So, ma'am, first of all, I was leading a very healthy lifestyle. I had no problem with not even comorbidities, I would say. I didn't have any blood pressure. I didn't have any diabetes. Nothing. I was leading a very healthy lifestyle. Exercising a lot, working a lot. But yes, there was some things which I should have mended. Maybe I was taking too many early morning flights. I was working long hours. All this was happening, and I had no clue that I have something like this since my birth. So I had a AVM that is called an arteriovenal malfunction. So in the brain, artery and vein are connected basically, and it can burst after the age of 10 years anytime.
Oh,
But for me, 52 years, no problem at all. And this happened when I was 51. 51 years. I was 51 when this happened.
okay.
I had no inkling of, something, anything like this that is I'm carrying for such a long time. But it had to happen, it happened. And you said the toughest part was, first of all, the hospitalization. Because when I used to get up, I was in the ICU. Seeing all that around myself was a nightmare. And someone passing away, like it was very difficult to cope up with the all this in the ICU. And then when I came back home and I was in my senses, accepting the new version of myself, with disability was a biggest challenge for me, I would say, ma'am. So when I'm a left-handed, so my left side was not moving, I was not able to use my hand. So luckily I could walk, whereas doctor had said that this guy will be on the wheelchair for the lifetime.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So,
but my wife didn't listen to him, and she said, "No, nothing doing. You will have to walk." And I think it was her insistence that showed me some results, and I didn't. She didn't let me use the wheelchair at all.
so hearing you speak about that phase truly reflects the depth of what you've been through. And it's naturally brings me to that next part of your journey because beyond the emotional and mental balance, your day reality was also transformed. Living with a disability on your left side, as you just mentioned, for the last 3 years, must have been really difficult. You, especially being a left-handed person. So, how did this reshape your daily life? How did you find that strength to adapt?
So, ma'am, first of all, it is difficult. It is challenging. So you can't take that away. But see, I think when you have no other option, you have to be brave. And I chose that I have to be brave and I have to live with this. So I started adapting myself. I started buying my jeans which were like maybe a one size bigger, so that I could close the button with one hand. I started using t-shirts at home rather than shirts and all that, and closed shoes because I couldn't walk with the chappal or anything like that. So some minor tweakings here and there were the things with which I could be independent. Because the biggest thing right now is not for me to adorn any fashion or anything, is to be independent, so that I can be on myself. I can bathe myself. I can go to washroom myself. I can wear my own clothes. The only thing which I'm missing is I can't drive as of now. So I have a driver, but otherwise I'm quite independent, I would say.
I've personally seen you adapt to this new version of yourself, and I don't think that driving is going to be very far off. You will do that. And, so coming back to my next question, who were the people or moments that made the biggest difference in your recovery besides your family and your wife, Pragya, that I'm aware of? If you could talk about that.
So I would say I'm blessed. I had in Amcor, I had a good boss by the name Mr. Roy Joseph, who supported me for 3 years.
Okay.
He didn't let the organization chuck me out. He supported me for 3 years. 3 years I could continue working with Amcor after my stroke, and he carved out a role for me, which was not very demanding, but at the same time was keeping myself engaged. And in that also, I showed a lot of growth for the organization, I would say, because that's what I wanted. That I should not be a burden on the company. I should be an asset to the company. And of course, my friends like you, Honey, Tony, Venki, and others, I would say, Praveen, they were all very helpful to me to keep my life moving in the right way. Not excluding me, but including me in everything, I would say.
Thank you for sharing that, Mandeep. Those moments really show the power of care, empathy and community help that we all could do a little bit. What message would you like to share with organizations or with society at large and with anyone who may be going through a life altering challenge just like yours?
Yeah, I think one organization which I think most of us admire is Army. And in Army, such casualties happen quite often. But they don't exclude people. Take care of them for lifetime. Maybe you can give a desk job or something like that. So I think a person who has worked so hard, day and night, should be carried along in some way or the other. That's my message to the, because we are talking big things nowadays, inclusion and all that, diversity, inclusion. But when it comes to real life examples, I think somewhere we it's just more of a I would say billboard kind of a thing rather than including it in our daily life,
In
I would say.
reality.
So yes, yes, yes.
So, Mandeep, your journey, reminds us that strength is not always loud. Sometimes it's quite steady and full of grace. Thank you for opening your heart and sharing such a powerful message today. And to everyone listening, let's take
And
this
ma'am,
day.
I would like to say that, there will be doubts, there will be self doubts, there will be moments when you're feeling weak, but you have to carry on. I think the only thing is you have to carry on, you have to show up, and you
Absolutely.
have
And
to
thank
ask
you.
for help.
Yes. Thank you for opening your heart and sharing such a powerful message, Mandeep. And to everyone listening, let's take this day as a reminder to build workplaces and communities that are not just inclusive in policy, as Mandeep said, but inclusive in spirit. Yes? As we draw to this year to a close, let's make a meaningful resolution to prioritize our own well being and to care deeply for the people we love. Wishing each one of you a safe, fulfilling, and truly prosperous new year. Until we meet again in 2026 podcast, take care and stay inspired, stay healthy. Thank you, Mandeep. Have a lovely day.
Ma'am, ma'am, I would like to, ma'am, I would like to say one thing. I would like to thank my current organization makers because they really gave me the chance to work with them, despite of my disability, and that has been a big strength for me, I would say. So though it's
Wow.
a Indian company, not a very large organization, but I think large in their heart and large in their vision. That they are, in true sense, they are including me in their growth plans, I would say.
In the right spirit of diversity and inclusivity.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
Yes. Great, Mandeep. Have a lovely day.